A Carlos Alcaraz three-peat? Is Novak Djokovic healthy? The BNP Paribas Open top men's storylines. The BNP Paribas Open runs from March 2nd to 16th at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Every year it seems there's something different at the BNP Paribas Open. An icon retires, a star returns, a rising star makes a run, or another is looking to make history. This year is more of the same, in that everything feels a little different than it did a year ago. But the storylines, once again, are pretty obvious at the start of this year's Indian Wells tournament. Looking at the men's field, 5 storylines stand out. They will shape the narrative of the 2025 event, and will likely keep fans on their toes as the tournament unfolds from March 2nd to 16th at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Here's what we see as the biggest storylines at this year's tournament. Surely one of the bigger storylines is whether Spanish tennis star Carlos Alcaraz will win a 3rd consecutive BNP Paribas Open title. The Indian Wells three-peat has only occurred twice previously, by Novak Djokovic, 2014-16, and Roger Federer, 2004-2006. Djokovic was 28 when he did it and Federer was 24. Alcaraz is just 21, with top-ranked Jannik Sinner suspended and Djokovic working his way back from a hamstring injury. Alcaraz has to be considered the clear favorite. What to know at BNP Paribas Open 2025. BNP Paribas Open Tennis at Indian Wells: tickets, parking, food, schedule and more. Still, successfully running the gauntlet a 3rd consecutive time is daunting. It won't be easy, and time will tell if Alcaraz will cement his name in history at this iconic tournament. Djokovic is expected to return to Indian Wells again this year. He lost his first match at Indian Wells last March, after not playing at the event since 2019. So, it's been a while since Djokovic has won even a match at the BNP Paribas Open. How will he perform, coming back from the injury suffered at the Australian Open, when he's played just a single match, Doha, since? Don't forget that Djokovic is an icon and has won 5 titles at Indian Wells, tied with Federer for most all-time. The Serbian tennis star, 37, knows how to win in the dry conditions of the desert and will surely be poised to make a run. But it'll likely come down to whether his body will allow him. Alexander Zverev, 27, will be the top seed in the draw with Sinner out. How will the German handle the pressure of being the top seed at such a big tournament? That's an obvious storyline. There's also another, and that is all about whether Zverev can make a run in the California desert. Though he's reached the quarterfinals twice, including last year, Zverev has never reached the semifinals at Indian Wells. Maybe this is the year it happens. There's also a scenario where Zverev isn't able to capitalize on what should be a relatively easy path to the semifinals, given his seeding. How he does with that should be something to watch. The Russian reached the finals each of the last 2 years at Indian Wells, only to fall to Alcaraz. To make consecutive finals, though, is impressive, and one has to wonder if Medvedev feels as though he has some unfinished business here. Medvedev, 29, enters Indian Wells ranked 6th. Without Sinner and with the uncertainty of Djokovic's health and conditioning, Medvedev's opportunity to reach the final again is quite favorable. But Medvedev is just 6-4 this season and isn't off to the start he had a year ago, when he won 14 of his first 17 matches. Maybe he starts a run at Indian Wells, where his game is ideal for the court conditions. Taylor Fritz, the 2022 BNP Paribas Open champion, is ranked 4th in the world and Tommy Paul is ranked 10th. Ben Shelton, 14, Francis Tiafoe, 18, and Sebastian Korda, 23, give the American men 5 players inside the top 25. Last August, the Americans had 5 players inside the top 20 for the first time since 1997. So, the field of American men are as strong as they have been in some time, and this feels like a year that 1 or 2 of them will be in the semifinals. Paul reached the semifinals here a year ago. Tiafoe reached the semis in 2023. This group is familiar with these hardcourts at Indian Wells, and it wouldn't be shocking to see 2 of them match up in the finals. We'll see.